All right, so let's go ahead and take a seat, sitting up nice and tall with a blanket or a cushion underneath you, feeling your shoulders drop down as your spine reaches tall, crown of the head towards the sky. Letting the belly soften in some deep belly breaths. Softening the gaze or closing the eyes, whatever feels most nourishing to you. Tuning in to the awareness of the changeability that we experience. The seasons are such great mentors for this. It's not like we ever just stay in one season and nothing ever changes. I saw my first bright red and orange leaf a couple days ago on the ground. And it's like, oh yeah, there's just one of these right here, right now, but in a couple months, it's going to be a lot of leaves that color. That's such a great mirror for us in our own changeability, our own cycles, our own seasons. Especially in friendships, you can see these shifts and changes over years. Some of those relationships continue and maintain, and some live out their timeline and move away from that focus. Sometimes we reconnect after some time of evolution independently. It's all so divinely orchestrated, and yet we often think things should be different than they are. So for today's practice, as you're breathing here deeply beginning, I invite you to connect into that awareness that everything is evolving. In a way that is orchestrated beyond what we can see with our limited scope. And part of our human evolution as we move through our days is our relationship with death. That we become more and more acquainted with it the longer we live. Recognizing at some point it will greet us too. And that then informs how we live. A couple more deep breaths here. And then gently, slowly, we're going to move onto our backs on the mat, and you can try to keep your eyes closed for most of this if that works for you. Just keeping that awareness, intention, internal. And hug your knees into your chest, and you can rock a little side to side here. And then bringing your feet to the floor, feet as wide as the mat, gluing them down to the edges of the mat. And begin to drop the knees side to side, really slow. Inhaling as you come back to center and exhaling to go over. Keeping the feet wide. You might bring your hands to your belly and let the warmth of your hands connect with your digestive organs as your body slides in rotation side to side. And the next time your knees drop all the way over to the right, to leave them there. And sinking into this shape, you might lift up your right foot and place it on the outside of the left leg, encouraging some stretch in the left side. And you can also reach the left arm long above the head. You can keep the right hand on your belly. Breathing here. It's opening up into the side body, spaces of our recognition and celebration of the ways in which we are constantly shifting and changing and evolving. And let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Releasing the arm and the foot. If they're lifted, bring the legs back to center. Reconnect the feet to the edges of the mat. And you might realign your spine here. Pause for a moment. And then drop the knees to the left. We'll move back and forth once just so we're not shocking the spine. And letting the knees drop all the way over to the left and staying here. And if you'd like to go further, you can lift the left foot up, placing on the outside of the right leg, extending the right arm above the head. Left hand on the belly, feeling the breath ebb and flow as we send breath to expand the whole right side body. Little moments of presence, of pause, of connecting with what is shifting, what is changing. Where are we now that we weren't before? Body, mind, spirit. Let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Lovely, releasing the legs and the arm. Bring the knees back to center, realign the spine. Exhale, drop knees to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop knees left. Nice. Bring your knees in, hugging them into your chest. Might place a hand on top of each knee and begin to move your knees around in separate circles. Into the hip rotations here. Going back the other way. Lovely. We're going to do a little core activation here. And this you can think about as like you're connecting with your personal power, your self-esteem, your trusting your gut, the directionality in your life. So I'm going to show you a couple different options here. We're going to stretch the legs out. Actually, option number one, you can keep your knees bent on the floor. We're going to bring the arms by the sides. So this is like a little sit-up. So you can reach, you're going to lift your head and shoulders and reach towards your feet, and your knees can be resting in against each other. Okay, option number two is to do that, but with the legs stretched out. It's a little more challenging. And then option number three is with legs stretched out. We're going to bring the arms over the head. And you can do this with the other ones too, like you can sweep the arms down and do this. We're going to, the most advanced option is a knee up. So we're going to stretch out long and then whoop, lift up and bring the knees in. So choosing your adventure, we'll do 3 more. Yay! And then coming back down onto your back, bend your knees, placing your feet on the floor. Hopefully you feel a little or a lot core activation there. Working those abs, in other words. And we're going to move into a bridge pose. So we'll flow a couple times here, pressing into your feet, lifting the hips up towards the sky, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lifting up again. Maybe a little higher. Exhale, lowering back down. And one more time. This time we're going to hold it, and you can press your elbows into the floor, extending hands, or interlace the hands behind the back, rolling the shoulders under. Press strongly into the feet. Engage the glutes, pressing the pelvis up towards the sky. Deep breaths here. We're going to do some pelvis raises. So we're going to relax down about halfway and then press back up. Squeeze the glutes. Relax down halfway. Press up. Squeeze. Back down. Press up. 2 more. Awesome. Releasing the arms, lower down to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out to either side. And bring the arms out to either side, stretching out from the shoulders. Feel yourself able to relax into the support of the earth beneath you. With your next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, crossing right arm on top of left, and give yourself a hug. Being in friendship with your ever-evolving journey, with who you are becoming. Feeling gratitude. Deep breath and tight squeeze with that exhale. And inhale, reaching the arms back up. Exhale, open wide, shining out from your heart center. And inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, arms crossed. Give yourself a hug. Gratitude. All the amazing connections with others in your life, those that have lived out their timeline and those that continue with you now. Tight squeeze. Inhale, reaching back up to the sky. Exhale, open wide, shining out from your heart. Deep breath here. And then bringing the knees back in and keeping the knees together, moving them around in a circle a couple times each direction. And then rolling over onto your right side and pressing your way up. We'll come to hands and knees here. So if you'd like to grab a blanket to put underneath your knees, please do that. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, so a little bit wider. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine, engaging towards your belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lift. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, lifting. One more time. And then curl the toes under, press back to a down dog. Walking out your dog. So from here, we're going to do a choose your own adventure moment again. So option number one is to step right foot forward, then left, then right back, then left back. We're just going to do this walking. Option number two is to jump forward and back. So we're going to jump, and the feet will be wider. And then jump back, and jump forward, and jump back. So whichever choice, and you can alternate if you want to step and then jump. We're going to do, let's do 3 more. So jump forward, jump back. Or step, and then step back. Step, step back. Excellent. And we'll end up in down dog. Feel that strength, maybe some warmth building. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat. See if you can keep that back knee lifted. Inhale, lifting up, stable here. Maybe not the widest stance you could find. Maybe a little shorter. And then we're going to lift forward, bringing the arms down, balancing, lifting the knee up, and then very precisely stepping back again, lifting up. Exhale, pressing down. Inhale up. Exhale. 2 more. And then this time, holding your balance, you can hold on behind your leg if you'd like, and maybe extend the foot out in front of you. 2 breaths. And then releasing down, so you're standing at the top of your mat. We'll take some hip circles here. And going back the other way. Awesome. So this might be a new adventure for you too. We're gonna, you can roll or fold your blanket so it's not as wide out. So we're creating a little something that we're gonna jump over, okay? So I've been reading a lot lately about how jumping is so important for our bones. And so I am doing more. I've always been jumping in different ways in my practices, but maybe more in yoga. We'll do some jumping. So choose your own adventure here. There's 2 options. One is that you can jump over 1 foot at a time. And it's helpful to move those arms too. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2 is 2 feet. So we're gonna jump. So choosing whichever version, or maybe alternating, getting creative, mixing it up. We'll do a couple more. Yay, good job. Feel your bones getting stronger. You can unfold your blanket there. Oh, a little warmth. A little blood flow, a little changing the energy in your body, changing who you are. You're a jumper. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, place the hands and step back to a down dog. Inhale forward to a plank pose. Holding here for 2 breaths. Feel free to drop your knees if you'd like. And then we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Bring the arms out so the elbows are up, finger pads on the floor, hands are tented out from the sides. We're going to inhale, lifting up the chest. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down, look to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left shoulder drops, look to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, right drops. Inhale, up. Exhale, left drops. One more time each side. And then coming down center, bring the hands underneath the shoulders and pressing up to a cobra, and then pressing back to a child's pose. Might need to realign the knees, stretching the arms out here, and then bending at the elbows, bringing the hands to prayer at the back of the neck. Nice tricep stretch. Deep breaths here. And then releasing, hands forward, making your way back to a down dog. So we're going to do that little sequence on this other side. Yay! So from your down dog, leading with your left, if you're stepping, step, 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 or jumping, jump back and forth. Do a couple more. You'll feel your core working here too. Beautiful. Meeting up in a down dog. Inhale. Lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat. Staying lifted with that right knee and keeping the stance a little narrower maybe than your full expanse. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Feeling your balance here. Exhale, take another inhale. And as you exhale, balancing, bringing that right knee up, pressing the arms back. Very focused here, stepping back. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, stepping back. Exhale, pulling forward. Two more. This last one we're going to hold and balance. So lifting that knee up, you might clasp underneath your thigh. Balance here. If you'd like, you can extend the leg out in front of you. Lovely. And then releasing down. Take some hip circle. And back the other way. And we're going to do our jumping. Jumping again. So creating your little obstacle to jump over, or blessing to jump over. Whatever you'd like to see it as. So options are 1 foot at a time, or both feet. And get your jump going here. Do a couple more. All right. Yay. Shake it out. Let's swing the arms around. Whew. Maybe you're going to see a friend today and they're going to be like, and how have you changed? Be like, well, did a bunch of jumping and yoga today. It made me feel really invigorated. All right, we're going to come down to the mat. I'm going to invite you to roll up your blanket. We're going to do a little heart opener here in just a moment. So sitting down here, stretching your legs out in front of you, flexing your feet. And we'll inhale, reaching the arms out and up, really elongating the spine. Nice straight spine. And then hinging forward, keep the spine long until it needs to round. And then reaching towards your feet or the ground. Forward fold here, a couple breaths. And then reaching up, coming out of this. And we'll twist to the right, looking back behind. Inhale up. And twist to the left. And inhale up. And exhale, flow the arms out and down. We'll walk the feet in. Hands behind, let the knees drop side to side here. That you feel a little more core activation, awareness in that core. And then we're going to lay back over this blanket roll and make sure your head is supported too. You can bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open. So the hips are down off of the blanket. Just feel this opening of the pelvis and then through the heart, and you can stretch your arms out to the sides. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a few breaths here. If you would like this to be your shavasana, you're welcome to stay here for more than a couple breaths. If you would like to come out of this and just find a regular shavasana, feel free. And you can stay here too and just let the legs stretch out long. A deep breath, sinking into stillness, feeling the support beneath you, the earth, the support of the light and the air around you. back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. If you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor, and come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Jeanette and Cineas to wash over you. There's a poem called In Touch. Hold people tightly and yet lightly. Give them room to change. When you meet again in the afternoon or the evening somewhere, tilt your head so that your ear is bare and open, and then ask, "How are you, my friend? How have you changed?" This is what lifelong relationships are made of. We are always dying, and so we must reintroduce ourselves again and again to stay in touch. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. Thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.